Okay, well, I think that we're live officially. Welcome, Jeremy. Welcome, Jordan. Thank you, everyone who's joining us this afternoon. We're really excited to present today. We have some really cool, really important details about the HawkSearch Customer Summit upcoming in Charleston, South Carolina, October 8th to the 10th. It's actually not that far away now, is it, Jeremy?
No. And I know you did this on purpose, but my birthday is the 9th. So
Yeah, we're here to celebrate your birthday, Jeremy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, really excited to host everyone today. Thank you for joining again. This is a little preview, a little sneak peek into what you'll be seeing at the HawkSearch Customer Summit. It is a really, really important summit, and we have some really important topics that we're going to cover. Today, we'll review some of our successes from the Customer Summit last year, ways that we're going to improve the learning experience this year, and finally, some technology that you get to leave the Customer Summit with. So Jordan, I'll lean on you a little bit at the end here, and we'll do some really cool things. But most importantly, search is changing. So 2026, I mean, even 2025 is a lot different than what 2024 was, but 2026 is going to be a lot different in terms of search for everyone, for online content sites, for online commerce sites. It's going to be a lot different. I think we all have had a taste with Google experiences now, with Amazon experiences, with LLMs and ChatGPT. So search is changing drastically, and that's probably the most important reason that we're having this summit and why it's important to attend.
And the biggest thing is like you said, Kyle, we'll end with it, but this time things are moving so fast. Each year I think we come into, we were like, is things really going to slow down in 2025? And that didn't happen, and it's
never
next year in 2026. So the acceleration is unreal. And this year, the reason we're ending with so in a little, it's pretty quick here, Jordan's going to jump in with some hands-on stuff, is we've added hands-on training because things are just moving so fast.
Yeah. It's even hard for us to keep up with changes sometimes. Or even our own technology is advancing so quickly. It's even hard for our internal teams to keep up. But it's even harder for our customers and for users to keep up too. So that's why this will be really important. We'll all learn from each other. We'll all interact with each other. And there's some really, really, really important things to know about search and what's adapting, what's changing. And that is the number one reason to attend the HawkSearch Customer Summit. So we will be your guide and we'll help you adapt to these changes. That's certainly the most important thing that you will take away from the HawkSearch Customer Summit this year. So last year we held, it was our first HawkSearch Customer Summit in a long time. I don't even know the last one before that. COVID messed everything up, of course, but this year, we also wanted to build an even more memorable experience. Obviously, the setting last year was lovely. We were in Chicago, and we had a nice personalized atmosphere. But we really wanted to maintain that personalized atmosphere from last year. We got to interact very closely with our customers, and customers got to interact with each other, and that was all fantastic. And last year was really great. And we even did a poll after the Customer Summit last year. And the results of that poll were pretty direct. Customers enjoyed the training. It was really informative. The presentations, especially the customer presentations and even the presentations from our technology partners and technology leaders were also really informative and insightful. But more specifically, networking with other customers, successful customers, to gain ideas and how to best leverage HawkSearch was really important too. So those were kind of like the three biggest takeaways from last year, and really we're trying to build on that a little bit. So we're keeping the same model this year for the HawkSearch Customer 2025, with a key difference is that we kind of mentioned already. We're going to be moving to more hands-on training this year, which will be really impactful and really important as we navigate through these changes in technology. The second you enter the HawkSearch Customer Summit this year, You'll be provided with our new search assistant and our new merchandising assistant. You'll take the sandbox home and you'll have all the tools, and we'll train you on all the capabilities, and you'll literally be hands-on with the future of search. So pretty distinctive thing. What do you think, Jeremy?
Yeah. No, I think it's important to note that we're actually going to give you these tools there, and then you get to go home with them, keep them, and dial them in, and we'll be there for you to support you as you dive into them.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to talk about the venue itself because I'm really excited about the location. Jeremy, you know, this was partly my doing, maybe mostly my doing, but we're really excited about the venue itself this year. We were considering going back to Chicago this year, but we did decide to do something, we'll say a little bit more abstract, a little bit more exciting, but we decided to go to Charleston, South Carolina, and I think it's a very unique, interesting setting, and I'm really excited about that. So, and I said early on, this will be a very memorable experience on the technology side, but of course, the in-person side as well too. So we're going to the Mills House. It's located in the French Quarter of Charleston. We do have a limited hotel block, so if you haven't already booked your hotel, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do so immediately. It is filling up very fast, and I don't think we have that many rooms left, so I certainly recommend book your hotel room immediately. So the other cool thing is that the actual conference itself, so the Mills House is great. The conference itself is next door at the Hibernian Hall. And I mess up the pronunciation of this every single time, but hopefully I did okay this time. Goja might jump back in and tell me it's actually the Hibernian Hall, but it is next door, and it's an absolutely beautiful space. Does it have a little bit of a wedding vibe to it? Yes, but we're going to turn it into a technology vibe for the HawkSearch this year. So I'm really, really excited about the venue and the place, like the in-person experience that you're going to be able to experience.
You'll be betrothed to the assistants by the time you leave.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Experience is important to Kyle, but the bottom line is we do have a number of folks obviously already signed up and excited, and they
Yes.
certainly have all commented like this place looks amazing. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be a HawkSearch event without a boat cruise, of course. So we do have the lovely little Caroline Bell rented out for the Thursday night, and it's gonna be really fantastic. So, and personally, I've actually never been to Charleston. Jordan and Jeremy, have you guys been to Charleston before?
I haven't had the pleasure, no.
No. It's on my bucket list, and that's why, selfishly I really wanted to go there. But we've been talking to some of our customers, and they're like, "Oh my, this is amazing," and they're really looking forward to actually being in person in Charleston as well. Okay, let's actually get into like the most important part of the customer summit is what are you going to be taking home? What are you going to be learning? Why do you need to attend? Like I said before, by far the most important thing you need to know is that search is changing a lot. So we'll help you understand what changes are coming or already are here, really, and how to adapt to those changes for your online presence. You will grow as a user of HawkSearch, of course. That's always going to be a core fundamental thing of the HawkSearch Customer Summit is grow as a user of HawkSearch, make the most of the tool in general, and learn really important things regarding search. We'll also make sure you leave with real world ROI strategies. And like I said, really make the most of HawkSearch. It's a really advanced tool. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to deploy. Make the most of the tool in general. Most importantly, though, we want you to leave inspired by our most successful customers and our leading technology partners. Obviously, we're going to be talking about search a lot at the Customer Summit, but we will also bring, and mostly our partners and our technology leadership teams will be bringing insights about other possibilities within e-commerce, or it doesn't even have to be e-commerce, but really just overarching trends within your online presence. And Jeremy, I know you've been kind of working with a lot of our partners and sort of leading the roundtables and the discussions and generating the topics that are really important. So I'm not sure if you have any additional insights here or what you're expecting from the customer summit from that perspective.
No, I mean, we've got great customers and great partners coming. The interesting thing is, I mean, most meetings I'm in, there are different folks at different levels of understanding what's going on, right, with concept search, vector-based, databases, and MCP and conversational search and all this. So what I love to see is, with that amount of people in the room and with the presentations, we always leave room for questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people learn just as much from the various questions that are asked as much as the presentation itself, because we've all got to continue to deepen our understanding of everything going on here and how we can use that to impact your business. And anyway, that's what I love, because I see it every time. Every time there's a room full of people talking about this stuff, everybody's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Finally get that now. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll cover a couple quick agenda highlights. There's one really, well, I shouldn't say one, but there's a bunch of really important ones. And we'll give you a very quick sneak peek into the HawkSearch roadmap, which is shaping up to be a little bit crazy for next year, in a good way, of course. But we've had our foot on the pedal for a few years now, and I think the upcoming year is going to be the most exciting one for HawkSearch and our customers. But really, so the agenda, high level, we have some really important customers that are going to be presenting this year. Same as last year, different customers, different presentations, but all alluding to really important things that you should know as a HawkSearch customer yourself. I kind of mentioned, and Jeremy just kind of covered, the technology panels and the roundtables. That's really where we start to engage and socialize, and all the ideas that we're talking about in person kind of come together. Of course, HawkSearch training. Last year, it was a fan favorite. This year, we're making it a lot more hands-on, so definitely bring your laptop, I would say. You will need it this year. Don't leave your laptop at home, because you will be doing hands-on training this year, which is very, very exciting. Of course, hot topics, always AI, Gen AI, and search. It's really going to be a really, really, really hot topic this year. So be prepared, be excited, because there are some really crazy things, and Jordan's literally going to show you some of the things we're going to be learning this year in about 5 minutes or less here. But also, of course, to round it all out, the networking part is really important too. So we do have the boat cruise. We do have a network cocktail gathering the first night too. But in general, you'll be meeting new people. You'll be learning about their strategies and how you can apply it to your own business or online presence. Okay, now we get to the exciting part. Jordan, you almost ready?
I'm almost ready.
Okay, the roadmap sneak peek. We have four important topics we'll lightly cover today, but there's 4 big things changing for HawkSearch in the upcoming year. The first one is advanced analytics, and I apologize, it's slightly out of order here, but advanced analytics, it's actually released already. So if you are not taking advantage of this already, please reach out to your customer success director or reach out to myself directly, and I'd be happy to help navigate you through this. But this is a huge, huge change for HawkSearch. We're collecting a lot of data. We have a lot of cool things to display, but more importantly, we can help your search results, your relevancy, and you'll have a better understanding of what's happening on your site and with search specifically overall. So advanced analytics is here. It's already ready. We'll do a deep dive on it at the customer summit, but really, really, really important one. So advanced analytics. Now going back to the first bullet, major dashboard updates. You can start to see it a little bit here, and I won't ruin too much of the surprise, but there are major changes coming to the HawkSearch workbench. You'll learn more at the customer summit. You'll see a little bit with Jordan's presentation in just a couple minutes here. But the two coolest things, and this is what you actually get to take home with you as a HawkSearch Customer Summit attendee, is the search assistant. And Jordan will show you literally how you can start to prompt the search assistant through the HawkSearch dashboard, and then the merchandising assistant. So the search assistant is more for the users. You can obviously send prompts to it. It's through MCP, and we can start to prompt the actual smart responses and conversational search coming from HawkSearch. The merchandising assistant is going to be massive for HawkSearch dashboard users and merchandisers. Gone are the days of you manually going in and making changes to the HawkSearch dashboard. You have an assistant to do that for you now. And with that in mind, Jordan, I might pass the reins over to you if you're ready to go.
Of course.
But those two things are really, 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 really important, and you will leave the HawkSearch Customer Summit with those in your repertoire of tools.
Great, thanks, Kyle. I'll take it from here. If we pop over, this is in our workbench now. The wonderful thing about the merchandising assistant, and you'll be getting a 1-hour training on how to utilize the merchandising assistant in great detail. But we're giving the merchandising assistant all of the reins of the HawkSearch workbench. So like Kyle mentioned earlier, gone are the days of, going in and choosing individual boost-berry rules and those sorts of things. You can now just say, let's change the boost of this item to that. In fact, why don't I just pop over and show you?
Just a tiny bit.
What's that? Oh, zooming in? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We don't all have 40-inch screens for monitors, so. Oh, and he just left us, Jeremy. I think I made him mad. I'm sure he'll be back in 4 years.
Yeah. Let's talk about, so what we're talking about is search assistant and merchandising assistant. The reason we call them assistants is because these are tools you're literally going to be able to go in and set up and change and modify like prompt to actually do things for you. That's the world we're moving into, right? You've seen us progress from adding AI search, right? We did that. Then we started adding what we call smart search, which is we started to be able to summarize, synthesize. Now we're moving into automation, and that's really what we're talking about here. Welcome back, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan,
I didn't mean to make you that mad.
Yeah. My machine crashed, so you'll have to give me a second to get my tabs back organized.
Yeah. That's okay. We have some time, so. And Jeremy was just kind of alluding to the fact that it's really moving towards automation. And it's kind of funny. Jeremy is actually, I've said this on other webinars before, but I came from the world of building automation, where it's like automating buildings, like literally, that's all it was about. And it's really cool that we're automating technology now too. It's like technology automating technology is kind of the way to think about it. So,
yeah.
Almost got it figured out there, Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, the good news is we're trying to do a live demo versus a pre-recorded demo. So
yes.
It never goes all that well, does it? And one cool thing too, Jordan and Jeremy, is up until this point, we've mostly been showing customers like with POCs or on demo calls themselves, us doing automation through MCP, like through Claude, through a different user interface. What's going to be really sort of a game changer here, and one of the most important things that we're going to be showing off at the Customer Summit, is this is built into the HawkSearch workbench. So sometimes it feels like a little bit more abstract, we'll say, when you're thinking about it, like, oh, I have to interact with this MCP server through Claude. We're going to show you how to do it through the HawkSearch workbench. And it also ties into my first bullet, was the workbench is getting major updates. I mean, the new pieces of the workbench, I almost don't even recognize. Well, I don't recognize them because they're brand new, of course. But there's a brand new version of the workbench essentially coming out.
And here's your preview of the workbench.
And we're back.
We're back online.
Good.
Again, thanks for your patience. But let's go through a couple use cases since that's the most exciting bit here. So, like I said before, you'll be able to utilize all of your merchandising tooling. So we can take, for example, Boostberry rules. We can ask it to just generally summarize, which is one of my favorite strengths of large language models, being able to take a lot of data and then synthesize it down to an understandable point. What are my current Boostberry rules?
Yeah, this is wicked. So this is hitting the really like the HawkSearch dashboard API and pulling the boost.
And if you're an OG HawkSearch user, you know that our demo environment is a lot of outdoor equipment, like sort of think North Face, Columbia, all of those items. And you can see here we have a list of Boost and Berry rules. These are directly translated from the dashboard. You can see it all update in real time, which is always a fun magic trick for me to just sit there and refresh the synonyms page as I'm testing all the new synonyms coming in.
I love that.
But then we can just take an item like this. We have this pink scarf boost, and we can simply just tell it to bury pink scarves.
The plural of scarves.
Yeah. By 20.
That's amazing.
Yep. So you can update your rules. And as you can see, it's updated now to have a -20 boost value, so it's buried instead of boost, and it does a great job of summarizing the conditions as well.
Mm-hmm.
We can also do things like check reports. So I sometimes just like to ask what reports are available.
It's always a good starting point. And now Jordan, it kind of compounds now that we have advanced analytics too. So,
Yes, it's very exciting. We're adding new
unlimited reports available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day there's new reports being added, I swear, and those are all being brought into the merchandising assistant as well. So you can say, show me the searches with poor results. And then it has a couple of follow-up questions.
Insane.
So let's do the last 30 days with at least 5 searches.
So we can essentially just detonate all the options to work through the Boost and Berry rules and all the merchandising rules completely. Just interact with this MCP.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's the experience everybody had the first time they used ChatGPT. Like, wow, this is amazing. I feel like I'm talking, just in normal language, So to me, like, this is being able to go to any LLM like ChatGPT and not only ask it anything I want, but also ask it anything I want about HawkSearch specifically.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you can even see in here, it has a recommendation for, this is just to lower the threshold, but you can even do really interesting things like compound the reports with an action step. So you can say something along the lines of, like, if we take the, let's just do add or generate and add 3 synonyms for blue jacket to improve results.
Yeah, it's amazing. So it actually generated those 3 synonyms and added it to the synonym section of HawkSearch.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
And
pretty clear.
a fun side effect of working with LLMs is kind of this pseudo versioning that you can get. So you can even say something like blow away any changes I've made in the last 10 minutes.
So it's going to start to get to know your vernacular as a person, as you
Yeah.
as a HawkSearch merchandiser. Yeah.
But you can see here it's deleting those
So
synonyms that I just created, as
That's
well as returning that original boost berry rule back to attend boost.
Yeah. It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yep.
Well, like I said, I mean, search is changing a lot in the upcoming year. So this is one really good example. But
Yes. Yep. And the next exciting thing that we have coming is the search assistant as well. So you can imagine a similar experience with conversationally searching and using tooling that is configured by in our Hawk AI workbench to enable customers, searchers, to discover products and discover documentation a lot easier. And I can show you a little preview into what that configuration looks like. This is still in our smart responses example, but you can kind of imagine by extension where we're going. This is still in pre-release for the search assistant itself. But within the AI workbench, you'll be able to configure a new prompt, a system level prompt for your search assistant. So you can kind of police its tone or the technicality with which it speaks. I actually had a conversation with Kyle about this earlier, that I have to do this for myself to learn to speak at different levels of technicality. And the same goes especially for B2B clients. Sometimes you'll have someone who knows like very well what, what enclosure you need for certain certain DIN cables or whatever, but then see, and I don't even know that language, but then you might have, DIN rails. There you go. But then you have other people who are a lot less familiar, so you can adjust just the tone at which it speaks to be more familiar for the searcher themselves. And then what's coming next, which is very exciting, is, and what we'll be working through if you come to my session during the breakouts, is configuring your own MCP server. So what we'll be doing is having a little mini codeathon where you can develop an MCP tool in the hour that you spend with me. So come with any repositories that I send to you compiling. And we'll build an MCP tool together, and then we'll create a custom tooling, whether that's accessing a backend API that you have into your own data, or I guess we'll see what people come up with during that time. But you'll be able to connect that to the LLM so that your searchers are empowered to use whatever tooling that you have to meet the needs of your clients. And you can imagine things from looking up documentation in your backend all the way to having like a add to cart functionality, looking up order history, seeing fulfillment status. All of those things are coming very soon to Search Assistant.
That's amazing. So just to be clear, I mean, we're turning these on for any customers who come. We're literally turning these on for them. And not only do we have training, but you're going to have a lot of our team there. So, I mean, and we'll probably turn these on, before the summit. So you'll be able to dive into these and then have access to our team to figure them out. And as you can see with everything going on, the more we start, adding these to our customers' websites, I mean, the value and the benefits are just incredible that we're seeing with our customers in terms of successes and, use cases that they're bringing us. And as they're adding it, the benefit to the customers, their customers are happier. They're happy about being able to make these kind of changes to their sites. So we thought this was a huge value, and we're excited to bring it all to you.
Yeah, and Kyle touched on it earlier, but the networking part of this is so massive because you don't know all of the different use cases that you might have that will benefit your merchandisers as well as your end customers unless you talk to people and see how other people are utilizing it. There's so many exciting tools to be uncovered here.
Yep. And Jordan, we've been working with a specific customer on some order information and pulling data from ERPs, and it's really interesting to understand some of the guardrails that they're setting up. And I'm sure there's a lot of other use cases for guardrails, and everyone is a little bit unique, we'll say. Maybe everyone's prompt is a little bit unique. It's pretty cool that you can actually set this up through the HawkSearch workbench.
Totally. Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, I just want to touch on this interface a tiny bit more. So now when you configure your assistants, essentially what you'll be able to do is per target group or however you identify or do your A/B testing on your front end, you can pass in different identifiers to our assistant API to enable different tools or to enable a different tone of voice to the user. So you will have an endless amount of customizability in this interface.
Yeah. Last call out, advanced analytics is just on the left there too. So if you haven't talked to us already, this is available. It's using all the same tracking data that our lovely HawkSearch reports use today, just with a lot more functionality. So if you have not reached out to us already, certainly reach out about this, and then come to the HawkSearch Customer Summit and get your brand new search assistant and merchandising assistant. And can't wait to have everyone join us.
Awesome.
Any other thoughts, Jeremy?
No, this was great. This was great. Please reach out if you want to come and let us help you get signed up.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining, Jordan. Thank you for joining, Jeremy. Can't wait to see everyone in person. It's like really only a month and a week away, really. Yeah. So it's coming up very fast. Lock in your travel, lock in your hotel room, especially immediately, and reach out if you have any questions.
Awesome.
See you guys in Charleston.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Bye.